You mentioned the portal. I believe we're up to nearly 4,700 kids.
Yep.
That have entered
and not nearly that many scholarships for them to go get. The portal's a disaster, right? Everyone's like, oh, this is great. This is all well and good. Do you know how many kids are going to throw away free education to go into the portal and never get that free education back? Unintended consequence, and that's why you better be, if you're a player out there and you watch this, you consume college football information, I would just say enter at your own risk. You know what I'm saying? Is that, RJ, you and I both see the benefits of the transfer portal, and there's a lot of reasons why I think it's good. But there are some things that are unintended consequences that are not so quality, and one of them is the fact that guys are going to be led into that portal, make emotional decisions, and go into that portal and have nowhere to go. And they've got a free education sitting right in front of them, and they're never going to get that free education back. And that's a sad aspect of this transfer portal.
Joel, I hear you on the pros and the cons of the portal. I tend to agree that, yeah, you're going to have some kids that are left without a scholarship. I also believe it is their prerogative, just like it was their prerogative last year, to do what they need to do. When they turn 18, they're adults. And yeah, there are going to be some consequences. But I also think this is natural. We needed to have this occur so that everybody can see how it works and what the good parts of it and the bad parts are of it, and how you can evaluate that as one of the kiddos, right? Because I'm with you. I want them to graduate. I also want them to be happy. So
yeah, no, listen, I'm with you, but I think it has to do with parameters. Like I said, there are a lot of things that I love about it, and I'm not coming down hard on it. I'm just saying that this is one of the unintended consequences that we need to be cognizant of. For instance, I don't believe that the portal should be open during the season. That leads to emotional and rash decisions on both sides, coaches and players. You don't play in a game, and on Sunday, you're mad at the world and you just want to leave, and you leave. Well, in the big leagues, in the NFL and Major League Baseball and the NBA, that's not afforded you, right? You're kind of under contract that season. Even if you're in the middle of a longer contract, you have to wait until the end of the year to be Aaron Rodgers and say, hey, I'm unhappy, I want out. So I just think that we should have open periods where you go into the portal so that cooler heads can prevail. I think that a lower number of kids will go to the portal, and the ones that are going there will have made a better decision and possibly even have a location to go. Because I don't think it's very similar to all these guys that leave school early to go to the NFL and don't get drafted. I think that they get bad advice and they make poor decisions to a certain extent. So again, all I think is that if you're going to have a transfer portal, it needs to be closed during the season, because during the season decisions are generally very emotional decisions.
To your point about the NFL and the NBA, I think we're all experiencing, even in college football, tampering, right? So if you close it, you're still going to have people that are doing what they're not supposed to do according to the rules. I just don't think that it's human behavior for folks to not think about being mad and wanting to do something about it. And at least if we are open about when we are like full time before July 1, you transfer where you want to transfer, you enter the portal whenever you want to enter the portal. We at least know what's going on. We're able to track it, right? We're able to get data from it, as opposed to people being clandestine in their movements. I want to see people be a little bit more open about what they're doing and why they're doing it. And I think that is good for the sport, especially since we're still in this real quasi place where, is it a professional sport? No. Is it getting toward being a professional sport with name, image, and likeness, with free agency and the transfer portal? Yeah. And I think for us to not treat it that way is a mistake. But no, like, we're going to get to see it. And I hope that we have some good stories to tell that come out of it, as much as we get to tell some, some cautionary tales, as it were. And having this conversation with coaches has been really enlightening to me, because I'm hearing it from all sides, right? And most of the coaches are going, hey, if you're not happy, I want to help you be happy. Let's figure it out. Mac Brown did this in North Carolina. Clay Helton is doing this at USC. And I think that's going to be good for the sport. I think it's going to be healthy for the sport.
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of good to it. I think as we move forward, there's going to be little tweaks that are going to be made that need to be made.
Like Dana Holgorsen with the red shirt rule, right? How did that go down? He thought that he was going to have his kids, and they ended up transferring on him.
That's exactly right.